Happy Wednesday afternoon, everyone. It is weather for Weather Geeks time. If you're new to these videos by chance, what this is basically a video that allows me to get more in depth with the weather and science information that I want to talk about. I only have a couple of minutes on TV to do the weather on the news each evening, so this gives me an outlet to get a little more in depth, and also it kind of gives you a behind the scenes peek at the things I'm looking at each day as I come up with your forecast, and I hope you get a kick out of them. This is geared towards weather enthusiasts mostly, but I think that anybody with just even a passing interest in weather will find these videos really useful, particularly in high impact events. Severe weather outbreaks, snowstorms, that kind of thing. Thankfully, we have nothing like that coming anytime real soon. We do have a beautiful day going on out there today. Temperatures are warming up. I'm recording this in the 2 o'clock hour. It's about 2:20, and we've got 52 in Youngstown. It's 53 in Newcastle, 51 Ravenna. A little bit warmer over towards Akron, Canton, right there along the Stark-Summit County line. It is 58 degrees, and we've just got some passing fair weather cumulus clouds out there. Overall, it's beautiful. Indians are playing a doubleheader up in Cleveland today. Check out what the influence of the lake is here at Burke Lakefront Airport. 41 degrees right along the lakeshore there. Burke Lakefront is right near Cleveland Brown Stadium and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So the influence of the lake is definitely felt there. We're at Hopkins Airport, southwest of Cleveland. It's closer to 50. So those who are enjoying 2 games up at Progressive Field today are bundled up, but they're enjoying some sunshine at least. Got some scattered instability showers down here in parts of West Virginia this afternoon. Otherwise, the weather is fairly tranquil across the country. You're not going to see a whole lot on our radar and satellite this afternoon. Show you the warmth here. We'll focus on that for a second. It is building out across the middle of the country. Let's show you the temperature contours here. And look at that spike of warmth all the way up into the Black Hills of South Dakota. 75 degrees right now in Rapid City. It's well into the 80s down in Texas. And this is the warmth that's going to get the green light to come east during the course of tomorrow. So tomorrow, we're not going to hit 80, but I do think we have a good shot at 70 before the afternoon is through tomorrow. So it's looking good. All of this nice warm weather out in the Plain States is definitely coming east. One thing that is for certain with this, and I've been talking about this for a couple of days now, is that the warmth is going to be accompanied by a fair amount of wind. I'm going to bring up tomorrow's weather maps, show you the wind here as we get into the afternoon on Thursday at about 2 p.m. Let the data load up here. And the scale is over on the left here. These are the projected wind speeds at about 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. As usual in these kind of what we call warm advection situations, the highest winds will be in the flatter areas of central and western Ohio. But still, when you get into these green shades here, we're talking sustained winds up in the upper 20s into the 30s, and certainly there could be some higher gusts. So yeah, windy day coming up tomorrow. Got the isobars on here as well, and it's real easy to pick out our front where we've got the kinks in the isobars or lines of equal pressure. That's where our cold front will be, with our warm front probably somewhere out in here. So windy and warm tomorrow. Check out the temperature contours here tomorrow afternoon. You're going to see a lot of warm colors here with our legend on the left, yellows, orangish yellows. Yeah, I think a lot of Ohio and even parts of western Pennsylvania, particularly down towards Pittsburgh, got a good shot at seeing the 70-degree mark for tomorrow. Now, what about precipitation? I think tomorrow is a largely rain-free day until the end of the day. This is the future radar product. This is, again, at about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now I'm going to roll this forward. So if you have outdoor plans tomorrow, no problems. Morning, midday, early afternoon, even right through dinner hour tomorrow. This is at 5 p.m. Shower activity reserved for Toledo, Sandusky, Detroit, Fort Wayne. It's not here yet. And then by sunset, here's 8 p.m. I think odds favor us starting to see some showers pushing in at this time. I'll zoom in a little bit here. Future radar tomorrow evening, 8 p.m., right around sunset, and particularly to the west of Youngstown, up into Trumbull County, and over towards the Akron area. We're probably starting to get wet at that point. So those showers will push in tomorrow evening, maybe around sunset, and then I'll just keep rolling this forward on our computer model here. Here's the middle of the night, Thursday night, Friday morning. Excuse me, we've got rain showers pushing through. Probably not much thunder and lightning with this. I really don't think the atmosphere is going to support that. By the time we get up and around on Friday morning, I think the odds are starting to really favor it drying out pretty quickly. Future radar product here at 8 a.m. on Friday suggests the showers are pretty much south of Route 30. I'm not going to totally take the chance of a shower at the start of Friday out of the forecast yet, but we're going to minimize it pretty heavily this afternoon. So, I suspect Friday turns out to be a largely dry day. Let's just keep rolling forward because Friday's, we're getting set for the weekend. I'm going to head outdoors, and I think for most of the daylight hours, we're looking all right. Give me another wave of low pressure that rides along this front, and this is at 5 p.m. on Friday. And this model suggests that rain is trying to push back in from the west. Let me back up a little bit here. Here's 2 p.m., 5 p.m. Notice how the radar is filling back in towards evening. Got softball, baseball, golf, anything like that towards the end of the afternoon Friday. Clouds are going to start to thicken back up, and I think rain chances do increase again by 6, 7, 8 o'clock. Here's 8 o'clock in the evening. So maybe another round of rain. Other models have somewhat different ideas here, but, I think we do have a chance of getting wet again at the end of the day on Friday. And then it looks like it's out of here for Saturday, and we've got a pretty nice weekend coming up. Speaking of the weekend, let's talk about Saturday. Not much going on here, nothing to see here really. At the end of Saturday, this is going to be towards the very end of the day, as our next warm front pushes in. We could see a couple of showers around. I think this is probably pretty close to sunset or into Saturday night, and this doesn't look to me like a thing where everybody gets wet. Here's Sunday. This is a bit of a tricky forecast because our next front is going to be lollygagging in through here somewhere. Right now, I think the best chance for wet weather Sunday afternoon and evening is going to be north of I-80 and perhaps even up towards I-90. But as we get towards sunset and beyond on Sunday, I think the chances for rain do shift farther to the south. So again, outdoor plans this weekend. Saturday, I think you're looking great. Maybe towards the very end of the day, we get a shower. Sunday, I think we're looking okay for the vast majority of the day. If we're going to get wet, particularly, outside of northern Trumbull and northern Mercer counties, it's going to be again towards sunset. So 95% of the weekend hours during the daylight, you're doing just fine. We got a tricky forecast early next week. Timing of this next system, a little bit in doubt, but I do think odds favor Monday turning wet. It may not be wet at the start of the day, but pretty good round of showers, perhaps even some thunder towards the end of Monday, and into Monday night it looks to stay wet, and then a chilly shot after that. So, in fact, it will be chilly enough that some of the modeling is hinting at, yes, some snow accumulations. Maybe not here, but maybe not far north and west of here either. This would be primarily Monday night, maybe into Tuesday morning. This is the Canadian model. It prints out a good 10 inches of snow over towards Detroit. Now, I don't believe that for a second, but it just goes to show you how cold this air mass is going to be coming down behind this. Now, that's the Canadian model. Here's the GFS model. Gives Detroit nothing, gives us nothing. So quite a difference between the Canadian and the GFS. Waiting on the latest European model to come in. It's not quite in yet. Be interesting to see what that has to say. So the bottom line for us, I think we could see some snowflakes next Monday night into Tuesday morning. Don't think the chances are very good that we see any accumulation out of it. It's really hard to see accumulating snow at this time of the year, but something I wanted to put on your radar, per se, that you may see the last snowflakes of the year early on next week. Had an extensive blog post on my weather blog, ericwfmj.com, this morning. I touched on a lot of different things here, so check it out. One thing, if you missed it last night, this evening will be great to check out Mars again, which is at what we call opposition. In other words, the Earth is directly between the Sun and Mars. Right now, this happens once every 2 years. So Mars just looks like a really bright star in the eastern sky a while after sunset this evening. A good telescope or binoculars, you'll have no problem picking out, the characteristic red shading there on Mars. Also in this blog post, the International Space Station making a nice pass tonight. This will be at around 8:38, rising in the west-southwest sky. It'll get its maximum height around 8:41, and then it's all over at 8:45. So a 7-minute window, and you can see the space station buzzing overhead pretty brightly this evening. So west-southwest sky at first, at its peak visibility, north-northwest sky, pretty high in the sky at about 8:41 this evening. So check out my weather blog post, ericwfmj.com, for more on that. I also touched on the short-range forecast and the long-range as well. We have what looks like to be a pretty significant El Nino episode coming up, so I talked about what that could mean for us for the rest of the year. And I've started to promote this a little more. I have always been posting stuff on Google+, but not a lot of people have shown a tremendous amount of interest, but I think more people are picking up on it, so I want to advertise this a little more. You can find me on Google+, another social media platform, and unlike Facebook, I've been preaching this for a while, in your news feed on Facebook, only about 5 to 10% of my posts are showing up in your news feed. And pages like mine, a like page, a page where you like. We're not friends. We're not Facebook friends, but you like my page. Only 5 to 10% of my posts show up in that newsfeed. You got to go to my page to see all my stuff. Google Plus, all my stuff's going to show up for you. So I highly recommend you check that out. Just Google me. Google Eric Wilhelm, WFMJ, Google Plus. You'll find me there. And don't forget to check me out on Twitter if you haven't done that. Twitter, also a great social media platform to find all of my posts. Facebook, everybody's on it, and it is great in many regards, but it's frustrating because they hide a lot of stuff. So if you want to see all my good stuff, be sure and check out these other sites as well. All right, that's Weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for sticking with me on this extra long edition. I'll see you again tomorrow afternoon, and be sure and watch 21 News tonight at 6 and 11.